All right, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Unfiltered Information Podcast. This is episode 7, I believe. Here with Doug this time.
Hey, dude.
It's been a long time since we've done a podcast, either one of us, because it's Corona shit. But I'm real excited to get one going here.
Yeah. So I just took my hood off because I'm just gonna get the haircut out of the way from the beginning.
Yes, sir.
I got kind of a mohawk.
Quarantine
going on.
cuts.
Yep.
Gotta do what you got. I need one myself.
I haven't paid for a haircut in a few, probably 2 years.
Really?
So just get
2 years?
either one of my family members or a friend to do it just every time.
That's pretty cool, actually. Dude, you saved yourself.
I
What do you
know.
get, a haircut twice a month, once a month? That's like $25 a month right there.
No, I always just let it grow and shave it down. Just, I don't know.
I always grow mine out to the point where, like, when I wake up, it's messy. I take a shower thinking it'll get better, but it's still naturally messy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I'm usually that stage till I get a haircut. Because I don't like barber conversations. I don't know what it is. Barber's just like, sometimes I just want to get a haircut and look at my phone without talking. I don't know.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, there isn't. But to a barber, bro, if you're their client, you're going to get your ear talked off. You might not know the experience not getting a haircut in 2 years, but if you don't remember, barbers love talking shit, man. I'll tell you.
I remember just going to Sean's in North Quincy,
Oh, man.
and just like him having him ask questions, he's like asking questions about like the football team.
Yeah,
just like
the local
how's the
community.
football team this year?
Yeah.
Just like who's the good players? I'm just like,
What you talking about, 50-year-old
you
man?
don't know anyone. Like, why would it matter?
You know what? That would be cool if we lived in like a reality show where like the premise is like North Friday Night Lights. Like if we lived in Friday Night Lights and the barber was asking us about that, that would be cool. But like we're North Quincy, like you know what I mean? Like what are you talking about, dude? I'm just here to get a cut. I don't want your gibberish. So before we started this, like you made a cool ass point to me. You said, why don't you say the thing about the sky?
Oh, I was just
Really
saying,
got me
like,
thinking.
you know how in the day, the atmosphere makes the sky appear blue, and at night it's black. But I was thinking, just like Native Americans or any like ancient ancestor people, did they think like that the sky was blue half of the day, and then it goes black at night? Really, it's always black, but who knows? Like they probably thought it changed colors. And now I'm thinking about like the people like up north that can see like the northern lights. Like
Oh,
the
natives back then must have been shitting
Like what do you
themselves.
think they thought was going on?
Let me do one
like
better.
messages from the gods.
What do you think like the Neanderthals who like migrated over the northern ice bridges back in the day thought when they saw the northern lights for the first time? They must have been freaking shitting themselves. Just pure terror, I'd assume.
Even today, going there, like it's probably a moment just like that seems so surreal.
It's on the bucket
And
list.
it's just like when you have no idea what you're looking at, and it's like the most like insane thing that you've ever going to see in your life for someone like that. So it's just like,
Now, do scientists
Who
know
knows?
why we have northern lights? Like, I don't know if people know that.
I'm sure. I think there's a reason.
Okay.
I mean-
I'm assuming, but it just seems so supernatural-ish, you know what I mean? Like, we just got these lights that just shine different colors in the sky all the time. And it's like, you know what's even crazier? They only have like 2 modes up in north. They have permanent daytime and permanent nighttime, just throughout the year. That's so weird.
And right now, since like we flip to go to the southern hemisphere, all those countries are now going into winter. Like we're going into summer, like they're going into winter now.
Yeah.
And it's just like
No one can ever just party all at the same time.
like it's weird. Just like what's
that's
going
like
on
a yin and yang
across
type
the
of
world.
thing, like a balance,
Yeah.
you know?
really is. The
That's-
Earth like goes like this at like
Yeah, it
tilts.
travels in weird ways and
and
shit.
like as it's going like this, and as it's like spinning, and
You ever think about that? How fast we're moving right now, but we don't feel it.
I have.
If
It's
you
like
believe in
crazy
flat,
speeds, like thousands of
gravity.
miles an hour.
Dude, like something that like we
It's
would
like,
feel.
how are we looking at the moon?
How am I
And
not-
it stays completely
Yes,
still.
yeah.
But we're moving and we're rotating. It's
All
just
right,
like
I got you though. The moon,
Well, the moon is
moves
rotating,
with us,
yeah.
but that's
The
even
sun
crazier.
doesn't though.
No, sir. You know what's even
Sure,
more
the sun
mind-boggling, bro? Are we moving closer toward the sun every day and we just don't know it, or are we moving further away? Because if we do, like we're in a Goldilocks zone, but if we move out of that, we're fucked. Like if we got hit by a big ass comet and it tilted the way that we're spinning, you know how much that would screw us up.
Like we die.
Yeah,
Probably.
like we need to freeze or burn.
And, yeah. Oh,
100%.
freezing. We came really close to a comet the other day.
Did
Like,
we?
It
I feel
was.
like we always
It was
are.
like, in space terms, like this dude said, it was like close, but it was 3.9 million miles away.
Now is that 3.9 million? Wow. I can't even comprehend that, but that's
But it-
considered close.
Like just like the video showed like all the orbital paths, and it was like when you saw the distance between two planets, it was like this thing came like this close to hitting us, but it was still like 3.9 million miles away.
But still, if it's that close, like that
Which
could
is just like, wow. But like, it makes me feel kind of safe too. Just like we're so small in comparison to the entire unit, like everything that's out there. So like, I realize that there's so many things that could hit us, but you know we're so small that it's just like, at least in my lifetime, I feel like I'm okay. So I don't have to worry
we have good defense systems for it, right?
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope. I've read one thing that said shooting lasers at it might be able to
I
like
think that's
move
like
it or something.
probably what the government would be. I don't know.
Oh, it's definitely a
It's like
government
their
move.
go-to. Like that laser at the ass.
Surprised Elon Musk hasn't thought
Blow
about
that shit
this. Elon's definitely thought about this a time.
I'll tell you what, if there was an asteroid coming, the government would tweet Elon Musk and be like,
We need you,
"Please,
buddy.
we need you."
Come back.
Like, who would be on, like, the SEAL team of, like, saving the world?
Oh man.
Just like-
okay.
Like,
I see what you're saying.
alright.
Elon Musk,
Yeah, Elon, for sure.
Kevin Hart. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Can we get Dwayne
Hear me-
Johnson also?
All right,
Kevin
screw
Hart?
it. They come as a package.
okay.
So we got that. That counts as 3. I'm not even going to explain myself. Kevin, we just need someone to humor us through this hard times. You ever heard of Lex Friedman?
No.
Oh, he does a podcast. It's really good. Like, out of like MIT or something. But Lex Friedman, because that dude is just, he's smart as shit. He's a Russian guy too, so he's always like,
We
you
want
need a
him.
Russian
We
guy.
need him.
I think honestly, that's all we need. I think comedy, a
probably-
Russian guy, and Elon Musk. That's enough, right?
Yeah.
Last resort, The Rock beats the shit out of it.
We probably don't even need the government.
No, not at all.
We have Tesla.
We have to, bro. We have SpaceX, so
It's
why do we need
SpaceX.
NASA anymore? That's how I'm kind of seeing things. Apologize for sounding stuffy. My allergies are killing me. I can hear it in my own voice. But bro, why? What does NASA do nowadays? Now that
When
we
was
have
the last time
SpaceX,
we went to the moon?
like the 70s,
Like,
maybe the 80s.
I want, like, does that ever make you wonder? Just, like, why we haven't been back?
Oh yeah, many times. I think we landed there though. To be honest, I think the video that we see is fake though. I think they faked it because I think either it got destroyed or something malfunctioned. But we had to prove the point that we went there. That's how I see it. But I think maybe there's a
Which
chance that
makes
aliens
sense.
were
Makes
like,
sense.
"Yo, what the fuck y'all doing up here?"
Do you think they're just, I mean, if they really are, they're probably sent some red flags to them.
Oh yeah, like these
If they're monitoring,
These guys
they
are
weren't
flying.
monitoring us, like, closely enough before, like, they came after that.
You know what a lot of people think though? They think the aliens started looking at us when we made nukes.
They can,
That's
do you
what
think they
people
could
think.
pick up, like, those signals or waves? Anything?
Oh, for sure. The destruction of an atomic bomb, I feel like that would
Probably.
make a cosmic reaction. Especially
Like
if,
something.
because the thing is, bro, we used to launch nukes into space. I don't know if you've ever heard about that. We used to try to
No.
detonate them to like just blow up and see what happened. If I'm an alien and I'm monitoring us, I'd be like, what the hell are they doing down there? What are they trying to do to themselves? Y'all are fighting to kill each other.
Like,
Please. Wait, what were we just talking about? Oh, okay, UFOs. That's short-term memory loss right there.
and if an alien race did come, say someone just they touched down and they wanted to make contact with humans, do you think their planet would be like here where it's countries divided, or is it one
Ooh, that's a good question.
one united region basically that stands together?
Well, you have to think.
Because imagine if that
Yeah,
that was like
no.
Earth, the capabilities.
That's what I'm saying. What if it's an intelligence thing? That when you become intelligent, you. But no, because animals have packs and hives and communities and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it's just a living organism. That's what they naturally do. Maybe they naturally build up with one another to create a stronger collective of individuals rather than separately. But that makes you wonder: are those aliens? If they are doing that, it's inevitable that they're not all agreeing on stuff. There's always one dickhead out of the bunch.
Yeah.
So are they having wars with each other and shit?
Well, I guess with intelligent life, there comes so many. There's always going to be the few out of the group that
The black sheeps.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I think it's impossible. Maybe it is impossible to achieve that one.
Do you think it's possible for human race to do it? Like everyone says, I want
under
world peace.
willing terms.
So you think if like a world government came about and enforced it, that would happen?
It could, for a period of time, like everything.
Eventually, it's gonna
Yeah.
crumble.
Mhm.
Star Wars taught us that. The separatists,
Just
the
history
rebellion.
just
Yeah.
showed us.
Shout out Star
Over.
Wars. History, history has shown us that
Yeah.
over and over again that
That's
people
why.
people don't like authority. That's the thing. People because we're conscious beings who are aware of our existence and our finite life form. So I think that makes us aware that we should be able to dictate ourselves.
Mhm.
That's kind of like the libertarian perspective on things, like
True.
be yourself and think for yourself and shit. I might have just spoken my ass with that libertarian thing, but I think that's what libertarians promote. Shout out the Libertarian Party. Good party.
American people.
Yeah. You ever see you ever heard of Gary Johnson?
Yeah.
You ever see the video of Gary Johnson when he was on stage and they're like, your risk of a heart attack goes up 50 times after 20 minutes after smoking a cigarette joint, and he fakes passing out, grabs his chest. That's what we need, bro. We need people like that run for president. People who know that
It's like
weed's
the
not
one-
going to kill you.
One of the 2 videos I've ever seen of him, but
That's all you gotta see.
That
Know
was
who he
going
is.
around
Yeah.
during the last election. You know what? I was talking to our friends Luca and Tom yesterday. Was it? Yeah, it was yesterday. Basically, we know how this next election's going,
100%.
but really, thinking forward to the 2024 election, it's like that's going to be a very pivotal election
Oh, yeah,
in this
it is.
country, and it's just who knows the candidates that we're going to see in 2024, but
I'd
it's
be
just.
I'd be up for Dan Crenshaw. I don't know if you know who that is. He's a
No.
congressman. He's very easy to pick out because he wears an eye patch. Because he's missing an eye. I think it happened during a war or a battle or something. That's the only person I can think of that I'd be looking forward to. He's a strong Republican though. So if you're against Republican views, then that's not for you. But I'll tell you right now, Joe Biden's not winning this election. I feel bad for the guy.
I don't think it's gonna be I don't know. I just know that I think that Trump's gonna win by a good amount, but I just think that Biden's gonna get some supporters, but he's just
He's not there.
I just don't see how it can happen
He's not there in the head.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
just
problem. The man can't speak.
unless something happens,
Well,
Trump really messes up or something, or something happens.
yeah.
Just
To
drastic.
tarnish all of his
Yes.
presidency, yeah. This corona could be it, People are mad at the government for
I
not
don't know.
taking this
something
as serious at
crazy.
first. You heard about the new sexual misconduct allegations against Biden?
Yeah,
That's
I just
gonna
seen,
hurt him.
one woman, but
Yeah, it's just that one lady.
Oh,
I'm pretty
okay.
sure, but that might hurt him. I mean, that hurts everyone who happens to.
in this
Shit's-
day and age, it really like it doesn't even matter if you're. I know like when you're Joe Biden, like the evidence does matter, but like you just hear someone's name thrown in that sentence, like like an allegation made against.
Oh,
someone,
you're automatically
and you-
tarnished.
yeah, it's just like you're automatically just like want to just go against them and be like, oh, they're a bad person without really knowing.
I think
them.
that's a problem too, because I don't know
it
how
does
many
hurt people.
fake rape
Exactly.
allegations go around,
Exactly.
but I'd say there's a significant amount.
That's why it's just like try to stay.
Oh
out of
yeah, as best
everything.
as you can.
Just because like
They always go toward the woman too.
yeah.
You know what I mean? People, like you
Mhm.
said, people always want to back up the woman because she was like, if someone got stabbed, you're gonna back up the person who's claiming they got stabbed by this guy. You're not gonna back up. You know what I mean? But it makes you think. We have a law system that says
Yeah.
innocent until proven guilty. Why doesn't that reflect
think-
back on society?
I read in Spain that they just have a very good protection program where just the police hide the identities of suspects very well, like taking them maybe from police car into the courthouse or
Yeah.
just like to jail, that they just keep you hidden, so like in the media is like maybe not allowed, or just like they don't get all up in your face
Yeah,
and stuff. Or
I'll
just
tell
in
you,
other parts of Europe.
If America did that, Jack Ruby never would have killed Lee Harvey Oswald. I'll tell you that right now. Fucking
That's
Jack
true.
Ruby. Fuck that guy.
It's-
I want to know what
It's just
he had to say.
it's just a, like I don't know because like maybe we wanna see the faces of these people, but maybe it is like innocent until proven guilty. So like if
As it should be.
you're still innocent, like
What do you have? What do you have to lose?
then
Yeah.
it's just like I don't know.
So transition time.
Lee Harvey Oswald.
Oh yeah, we are Oswald, man. I learned some crazy shit about Jack Ruby. He was really into the MK Ultra stuff, like the mind control.
Really?
Yeah, like I
I
just recently
I
learned
don't know
this.
about that.
Oh, MK Ultra was the CIA's mind control operation that they did in the 50s to the 80s, and basically they would. Charles Manson was part of it. Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber, was part of it. Whitey Bulger was part of it. Like, bro, they would give extremely high doses of LSD and other psychedelics to people without their knowledge sometimes, and other times with, like, saying, we're going to give you this amount, but then tripling it. They did this for over 40 years. Documented, proven. It's on the CIA.gov website. You can find the documents. And, bro, there's this place called the Allen Memorial Institute, which is in Canada. And it was a mental hospital. And they were doing shock therapy and LSD drips on people without their consent who were going through psychological disorders for years. A doctor by the name of Ewan Cameron was doing these experiments for decades. And he was just getting paid for it to lace people with LSD. It's fucked.
That is extremely fucked, but
They do a process
shit like that just it's like no justice will ever be.
Never. No.
But done.
It's like it happened.
It
you know?
happened exactly. It's just like
But yeah, Jack Ruby was
Fuck.
part of those. Oh, the Unabombers. He was part of those experiments because they did it at Harvard. They did it at a bunch of Ivy League schools too for grad students to do. It was free drugs. Yeah, Charles Manson did it too. He was part of it. A lot of people think that Charles Manson went crazy because of all the LSD. Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber, he did it, and then he started thinking AI was going to take over the world. I mean, you telling me those aren't thoughts that come to you while you're tripping? I've never done LSD, but if I'm in a huge dose of it, I'm assuming that's what I'm going to think of. So, the CIA, man, they ain't just spying on us. They're fucking with us. And it makes you wonder, bro, if they're willing to admit that they did that, what else have they not done? What else have they done that they won't admit to us? Like, they openly admitted to drugging people who were in mental disorders, and you know what I mean, and people in prison. Shit's crazy. Shit's crazy. They were trying to crack the psyche of a person to see if they could be sleeper agents. So basically, like, what's that movie called? I can't think of the name. But basically, like, make someone like a sleeper cell agent without their knowledge. But you know, like Russia, if you ever seen Captain America?
Yeah.
You know Bucky?
oh yeah.
How that guy reads
Yeah.
that thing and Bucky turns into
Yeah.
a psycho? Like, they were trying to
Yeah.
make that, dude. They were literally trying to do that. They couldn't figure it out, I guess, but makes you wonder, what if that's what happened with Jack Ruby? Because after Jack Ruby killed Lee Harvey Oswald, he had no recollection of doing it. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep. Whitey Bulger claimed that he had no knowledge of selling substances during his time as being Whitey Bulger. Obviously, many people know who he is. He had no recollection of it in his words. But, it's crazy.
That scares me a little bit
Yeah.
about LSD.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, LSD is like anything. It was founded by this guy Albert Hoffman, and I don't know if he worked for the CIA or worked with them, but he discovered it around the 50s, around the same time they started doing these experiments.
Was he a scientist?
He was a chemist, I think, or something along those lines. But yeah, he's the one who kind of, I don't want to say made it, like discovered it, I guess is the better word. But yeah, that's why acids never really appealed to me. Because once I started learning about this stuff, I was like, wow, that's dark.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to be part of that.
Man, giving acid to dolphins.
Oh, John Lilly, yes sir. That's a crazy story too. He was actually part of the Harvard LSD studies for MK Ultra. Now that I think about it, I have never put those two together till right now. But you're right, he was, because I'm pretty sure he was a professor at Harvard. Yeah.
He was a professor at Harvard.
I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that, but he was in one of the studies. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, you're giving LSD to dolphins. What's better than that?
I wonder, how you have access to, partake in a study like that. Like, you're the one doing the study. It's like, you need dolphins, and you need them to be in a space where you can, you can study them.
Yeah.
And
Giant pools.
You gotta think, how do I give them LSD?
Bro, imagine being NASA and finding out that the guy you're paying to train dolphins how to speak is the guy giving acid to dolphins and tripping with them. That's got to be an awkward conversation to have with the president. Sir, we're gonna have to cut this funding. The man's giving LSD to the damn dolphins again. Is it John? Oh, it's John. All right. He's back at his old ways. Speaking of animals, man. I said it before we started this. I strongly believe that mosquitoes are a man-made thing. I am so convinced to the point where I don't think someone could out-convince me of it.
Have you ever have you studied mosquitoes or do you just
No. I'll be honest. No, I haven't looked at the food chain or any of their habits.
No.
All I know
have you
is
ever
that they're
looked at
everywhere.
mosquitoes? Is there anything about them that makes you think, or is it just the idea that they can be used so well to?
Yeah, basically the idea, because we can make robotic insects. I mean, Walmart had a patent for robotic bees, killer bees.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of patent, in the 60s, we had this operation called Acoustic Kitty, where we would hook up wires to live cats to make them spy for Soviets. We're able to fuck around with animals and insects and make them serve our purpose. I think a great way to serve that purpose would be population control, if you believe in that sort of thing, which I kind of do. I think it's hard to rule over a lot of people when you have so many. I said that wrong. You know what I mean, though. When you have so many people, it's hard to rule that many people or govern. But
I'm thinking about it now too. Mosquitoes can go after people, and they go after livestock, which is huge. You take away either people themselves or their food supply.
Yeah.
And
one thing that gets me about them too, where the fuck do they come from? They just appear. I mean, 1 minute they're not there, the next minute.
It's crazy how they're in such numbers that, you can, native tribes and stuff, don't I don't know, mosquito nets. We give people mosquito nets now.
Yeah.
But
back in the day, talking.
Yeah, they don't have nets.
That's what I was saying. You know how I said 5% of everyone who's ever died from malaria? Yeah. That's probably why, bro. It was probably all the people back then.
It's probably horrible.
Oh yeah.
And we watch Naked and Afraid, and they're just there, and the number one thing is always bugs, the mosquitoes that you're getting bit by.
You ever see the mosquitoes that are the size of a quarter?
No.
Oh, there's big mosquitoes out there, dude. I don't think they're in the U.S., but there's some big mosquitoes out there.
We're always having problems with mosquitoes too, every
West
year.
Nile,
yeah,
Triple
it's always
E or
Triple
whatever.
E shit.
Like, it seems like every year there's a new
Yeah,
one.
it really does.
Hey, that's a great way to spread fear and propaganda to heighten your agenda. That's how I'm seeing it.
Yeah.
Again, I always go with the conspiracy side of things, but these mosquitoes really got me thinking. I hate blowing my nose. I'm so sorry, people. I am dying over here.
You know, funny story. I was staying in France 2 years ago at like my exchange student's house.
Yeah.
We went out to like the nicest restaurant I have ever been to, and I probably ever will go to. I'll just it was a French restaurant, and there was 3 courses, and like you sit down, and you pick like your 3 courses right away.
Yeah.
So it's like a starter,
Oh, okay.
your main meal, then your dessert, and like. So you let them know, and they have time to like make everything so it's ready for you. So basically, like, the first meal comes out, and they give it to you, and it's like a bowl, and it's like a little bit of food, and then like you finish that, and then they come and give you another bowl, which is like
Of the same food?
It's the same dish, just prepared in like a slightly different way.
Whoa.
And then you finish that one, and then they come give you another one. So in total, and they do that for 3 courses. So it was 9 dishes we got.
So is that how they do it in France, or is it just that place?
It was just like, I think this is just like a really fancy place.
Yeah.
But I had a really bad fever, and I was blowing my nose, and I was just like dying
In this nice
It was just like the nicest restaurant I've ever been to.
Yeah.
I was drinking so much water, and in Europe, like, they don't have cold water. And like, they
that
literally,
sounds horrible.
all the glasses are like, literally like half the size of this. And it's like,
so you're just chugging water.
and it's all like it's like room temperature water.
Oh, that's the worst.
And there's like a woman that like
Pumps the water?
just keeps filling my glass, and then I'll just like keep crushing it. And then she just like keeps like refilling.
Fucking
it.
Americans.
I'm just like, I'm sorry, but like, can I just get a bigger glass? Some ice water.
Try to save you some time.
Like, give me a bigger glass.
Yeah, man. Room temperature water does not hit different.
I was dying.
It doesn't satisfy your thirst. You need ice cold water to get that thirst quenched.
The meal was like 500 euros or some shit.
What's
which
the-
is like
what's the-
$550, $600.
Wow.
Which is just like insane.
That's a fancy restaurant.
It was
The most
like
fancy restaurant I've ever been to was like the Chateau.
It was shout out Nils and Nils' dad.
Shout out Nils.
Great guy. He got a Bentley recently. His
Ooh.
dad. He had an Aston Martin, which was like his nicest car, and he had like a Porsche, and like an Audi.
Little Porsche for a
Now
side
he added
piece.
a little Bentley to the
God
collection.
damn.
Like, not everyone's living in France, but like some people are.
Some
And this
people are.
Eric Mariel, you got like 5 cars. What's going on?
While we're shouting shit out, shout your album coming up, dude.
Oh,
I'll throw the
sure.
link in the description to
Yeah,
your SoundCloud.
So probably in like, I'm hoping literally in like a week, 2 weeks, it'll be out in the next like week, 2
It's
weeks.
fire. I've heard it.
Everything's done. It's just I'm waiting on one feature from the kid I just talked about, that exchange student. He's sending me a verse soon. But we've been like talking, so hopefully he gets that to me. And then, it'll be done, and I've been working on it for like 4 or 5 months, and pick, all beats off YouTube, all original ideas, and
I've had you on like 3 times
Yeah.
now. We haven't talked about your rapping, bro.
Yeah.
Doug's been rapping since the high school days.
yeah, I started 3 years ago, just like it was literally just because you made the song.
Yup.
I forget what song. It was
I forget what it
the
was called. That was a different
rap.
sound.
You said designer belts in it, and rhymed it with the celts. That's all I know.
Okay, fair enough.
But I was like, I can do that. So then I rapped, and then like the first song was not a diss, but then the second one, it was like this.
Got a little dissy.
It was called Dipsco's Move, and then
My rap name was Dips
was-
at the time.
the whole song was not. But like then I threw in like literally 2 bars. Like that was like just about you.
Yeah.
Because I was I don't know why.
You had to
Because I
correlate it
had
to the
to.
name
I was like,
somehow.
I'm gonna diss him.
Oh. Oh man.
And yeah, and then like senior year, I dropped a mixtape, and had like 12 tracks on it.
It was fire as well. I'll put a link to your SoundCloud in the
I
description
thought it
when I
was
drop
okay.
this. Nah, it was pretty above okay.
There was like 3 or 4 songs that I actually liked, and I was like, okay, that was like pretty good.
That's all you can ask for on an album.
And then most of it I was just like, all right, like I'll get better. And then just now I'm just posting. Like I think I've gotten better, hopefully. So.
I don't know about you. What I like about rap is that the genre itself is you can express yourself in so many ways and like get all your creativity out, which is amazing. Because I think people hold in the creativity and the creative side too often.
And it's like I think people really don't even have a lot of ways to like get their creativity out, like because people just. I know most people haven't even tried music because it's just not something that like everyone does.
I don't want to get made fun of. I don't want to be good.
Yeah. But literally, like everyone sucks when you start. But
it's like anything.
Yeah, but like if you keep like trying and just like trying to get better at something, no matter what it is, like you'll get better at it over time. So
just organically, without even realizing it.
But just like, and it's just like really great way to be creative, but. You can do you can just do art and or make things, make clothes, just make anything.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be music. Anything that like creativity is a horrible thing to waste in a person because eventually you'll see older people they don't have the creativity drive anymore. You know what I mean? It's like they were gonna bit by the creativity bug and then it just stopped coming to them. So I feel like when you have the opportunity to, why not?
Exactly.
The way I see it too, one day. You're going to have kids, you're going to have grandkids. How cool is it going to be to show your grandkids something you did when you were fucking 19 or 20?
Exactly.
That's crazy.
I've thought about that too. It's like, is this like, because like, it's been 2 years since like the mixtape. So it's like, it's still there. Is it going to be there in like 10 years?
It's on the internet. It's not going nowhere. As long as society doesn't crumble, you got something to show all the work you put in.
So it's just like, all right. Like, maybe when I'm older, I'll go back and give it a listen.
It's gonna hit different one day too. I'll tell you that.
Like, it'll remind us as like songs do when you like listen to certain songs and it's like it takes you back to like a little time period, whatever. Like when you were bumping that song constantly.
Imagine how much difference it's gonna hit home when you're listening to yourself.
It's gonna take like I'm just gonna think about like the things I'm saying like when I shouted out just like so many things from our high school.
Yeah.
Because it was just like that's like the only thing that I was like I'll rap about. Like I had nothing else to rap.
That's
about.
What you were surrounded by. So spit it, yeah.
So it'll just like all the memories, which will help because like without it, it's just like
they just slowly fade away.
Nowadays we have like all the pictures that everyone's taken, but like so I guess it's a great time to be alive if you're. For memories, because
really
it's hard to forget a lot of things.
Cloud storage and shit like that.
But still, like I kind of wish I wasn't like, or at least I got to grow up a little bit longer without like just cell phones blowing up so much. Just because we're in such a crazy tech.
Like, now we're attached.
Everyone's just like so attached to their phones.
The way I see it is we're kind of cyborgs. Yeah, you know how cyborgs part machine half man. Our phone is literally part of us at this point.
It's like from here on out, like everyone's gonna have a phone, and it's like
no one's ever gonna go again without one.
And it's just like a part of everyone now.
It's just gonna keep going until the day where VR is literally what we do. We immerse ourselves in VR all day. It's inevitable to happen.
It was like. Joe Rogan said, I was watching him today, and he was just like, one day there's going to be, like, a company that's like, we made this great body, and it's like, we can take your brain and put it in this body, and you can live for, like, another 150 years, 200 years.
And when this one dies, you have another one. There's a problem with that, though. Food shortages. And fresh water issues, you know what I mean? Eventually, that's why we should have never fucked with any of this shit. Yeah. Oh, we're too far down
we're AI too far. Right now. We're too far.
You can't just stop. People lose their minds.
I'm just honestly glad that we're alive now. And we can still go out and experience so much of the world that's still untouched that I feel like just as the population keeps growing and growing, who knows like what undeveloped areas now will be in like 100 years.
Because we're gonna have to build houses somewhere. Everywhere's gonna be like. Have you ever seen the movie Ready Player One?
No, you talked.
Oh, I did. I always think about this when I think of VR. But yeah, I just imagine that because they have like just trailer on top of trailer. It's just all stacked up like 30 stories high of just like trailers people are living in. It's like, damn, that's basically New York right now. Look at New York, dude. They're just packed on top of each other. You know?
I really hope people like this. The world slows down, but it's not.
It's not looking like it. It's going to take something really catastrophic for us to snap out of this trance we're in.
Mm-hmm.
Or AI is going to take over. One or the other. One has to happen.
Maybe the UN will put a ban on like people having children.
That would be crazy.
That would be crazy.
China? Does China still do that? China
No,
did do that.
They did, but I think
One
I
kid
saw
policy.
or just heard them like take. It's not a thing anymore.
Yeah, it's a really
Because
fucking.
I think
mean.
it hurt them.
It must
I think
have.
it hurt them.
The population must have started going down.
Even India might be above them now, or that's
India's got a lot of
cap.
people.
I know that's a lot. That could be cap, but
No, they're definitely two, if they're not one.
Yeah, India's two, but I was thinking they could be coming up.
Bro, India
Kinda
has
interesting.
so many
I'm just gonna
people.
look at the world's
go ahead.
populations right now. I bet there's like a. Do you think there's like a?
There's definitely a live track. Yeah, who's dying? Who's being born?
People down.
There has to be. There has to be. I'm gonna guess 7.6 billion people.
By country. Back to.
How many we got?
Oof. Current population. Okay. World population 7.6 billion.
Oh, spot on.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's craziness.
Crazy.
We're gonna hit
But-
8 billion in the next 3 years.
In like the world population over like whatever, like the last 500 years. If you look at a graph, it's just like,
Yeah.
just go
Oh, yeah.
straight up.
Technology's really led to the boom
Yeah.
in people, I think.
All right, China's 1.39 billion. India's 1.32 billion. And then at the third is the U.S. with 300 million.
So you're telling me there's 800 million people gap between us and India? That is.
There are a billion people.
Oh, a billion
people. It just goes like
Dude.
1.3 billion, 1.3 billion, 300 million. It's just like it's a billion people difference. And I'll tell you what,
Dude.
the U.S. is bigger than India.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you that in size.
Is it bigger than China?
I don't think so.
Okay. But it's definitely bigger than India. I can picture
Yes.
India on a map right now. Dude, that's so many people.
It's just
A billion people separate us and India, though. That's crazy.
It's-
Imagine if India and China ever joined forces to fight somebody. Half the world's population.
Imagine like a billion people had to come and fit inside the U.S.
Oh, you could do it. You could fit the whole world's
Yeah,
population inside of
yeah.
Texas.
But it's like, where do we put a billion people?
Oh yeah,
Like,
living is there for
it
story.
would-
That's that. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like-
yeah. You can get them here, but they ain't gonna be comfy.
our cities would get crazy.
We already have a homeless epidemic going on as we speak. You know, in the U.S. How bad do you think homelessness must be in India and China?
I think, well, so many people live in poverty in India.
Yeah.
It's like, are people, I don't even know if a lot of people are homeless or if it's just like, they just have like little like,
Villages or
Shacks
something.
and
Oh
shit.
yeah.
because like, how much money do you need to like have a little like hut and stuff? Or just everyone just get one?
It's a good question.
Bro,
'Cause you have to have many
not
people.
everyone gets one. Because there's got to be beggar, like literally people like really homeless people.
Yeah.
That everywhere, but like
I'll tell you though, their government must be taxing the fuck, getting a lot of tax money from them.
I don't know.
Because over 1 billion people, that's a lot of
Because like
tax
people
money.
living in extreme poverty, like are they even paying anything to like live in?
That's a good point. Are they documented on the paper, on the book
I
type
have
thing?
no idea.
How do you keep track of 1 billion plus people though? That's the question. That's a lot of people. I can't even imagine what 1 million people would look like in person, nonetheless 1 billion. I mean, we're like a little ant colony that just colonized the whole world. It's
And there's a
Crazy.
city in India that has the highest concentration of leopards in the world.
Really?
They come in at night and they eat like the pigs or something.
The what?
The
Yeah,
baby
yeah.
pigs and stuff.
Wait, you said cheetah or
No,
leopard?
leopards.
Leopard. Okay. Huh? I didn't know they were in India. I thought they were in like Russia. I did not know.
It's like, I know cheetahs are in Africa.
Yeah.
They be mad
So are
fast.
lions,
They're
right?
Yep.
Tigers are
And
in
tigers are in
China, right?
China
Russia.
and Russia.
Yeah.
And then you have tigers in like more tropical, like southern Asia too. So just northern.
They
and
must have had a
southern
weird
Asia.
migration period back in
Yeah.
the day.
Because there's a Siberian one. Like they be in like North Korea too, I think. Because I remember in the interview.
Oh, in the interview with
there's a
Jonah.
tiger.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're like.
Nah, I bet you. there
Imagine
are.
just like living near tigers. Snow leopards.
You know what's crazy? The craziest, most dangerous thing we have are like coyotes or mountain lions. Like, what's worse than a mountain lion in the U.S.? Not much.
In the mountain lion has.
That's like the apex
Yeah.
predator. Oh, we got bears.
Oh,
I kind of forgot about bears.
for real though, I'd kind of be more scared of a. I mean, black bear. You have to like if like you have a chance, you have to fight back. Cause like, but a grizzly bear, you play dead.
Gotcha. See, I'd rather go up against a bear than a
Oh.
mountain lion.
Yeah, that's what I like. I think
Mountain
like
lions, they
mountain
want it.
lion scares the shit.
Yeah, dude, they're just huge cats.
My cat could fuck me. Like
Yeah.
can fuck me up, and he's just like a little
He's
cat.
just a little cat. Imagine something 20 times as large as that.
But I mean, like, I think I'd have a shot, but still, not. I wouldn't wanna.
Bro, that's how crazy humans are. That we domesticated wolves and mountain lions and turned them into pets. You know how much a savage you have to be, or your ancestors must have been to do that? Come here, wolf. Don't bite me. You're my pet now. Like, what? The fuck? How many trial and errors humans must have gone through to accomplish that? Because that's no easy.
It's just
That's no easy feat. Yeah, you probably just baited them with like meat or
It
something.
had
You
to have just
have.
been like a pack of wolves that like lives by a tribe of humans, and then like maybe like another generation of humans comes around, and then it's been like the wolves live up there, and you know the few generation goes on with them, and then they
Yeah.
get used to the idea of like, okay, we live here and they live there, and like this whole time like they've been feeding the wolves,
Sometimes they give us
and
food.
then eventually
Yeah.
like maybe the wolves just come like and live with the humans.
That would be the best assumption,
But,
honestly.
like, this isn't happening everywhere.
It's
This
not
is-
happening nowadays.
It only
either.
happens like when this first started. Like it happened in one tribe,
Yeah,
and then like,
another.
do you
tribe
think they
saw it.
showed other humans?
They must have.
Like,
They must be like, hey, what you got a wolf next to you? What are you doing?
look at what we got.
Yeah, for real. We got birds. Yeah, we got dire wolves. What you talking about? You ever seen a dire wolf? You ever watch Game of Thrones? Oh, I only watched like 3 episodes, but dire wolves, bro, they're extinct now. But they were like this big, just pure wolf.
Oh, I wouldn't fuck.
They were like that tall. They were gigantic.
yeah.
They were like mini bears. Shit was crazy.
Sophia saw a coyote at the end of this like my street last night.
Really?
She said it was like her sister has a German Shepherd Husky mix, and
Ooh,
like
okay.
he's pretty big, and she was
Yeah.
like, this thing was bigger than him. So this
Wow.
thing was like I don't know how
German
big.
Shepherds are big
But, like,
dogs.
This thing was bigger than like a German Shepherd. She said.
Have you ever heard the coyotes yelling? Coyote yells sound like a woman being like
I've
screaming.
done it like yeah, I mean I've heard it like
I'm sure
once
you've
or
heard all.
twice.
Yeah,
At night.
it's
Sure.
scary. It sounds like a woman screaming.
What is it? Fisher cat. There's,
Oh,
like,
that's what I'm thinking about. Coyote.
they have like a crazy like
Yeah, they sound like a woman
like
being
a
attacked.
woman crying.
It's
and
crazy.
yeah.
That's a great defense mechanism, though. I guess if I heard that, I'd run
Yeah, it's scary.
for sure.
And they're a little bit smaller than the lynx or bobcat,
Never seen a lynx.
which is like a mini cougar basically.
Okay. Isn't it weird that there's so many variations of cats?
Right.
Like they're all cats. Let's be honest. And broadly, those are all variations of cats.
And there's like a lot of jungle cats too.
Oh,
like
yeah.
that little one.
I'm sure there's some of the Amazon we don't know about too.
Which is like nuts, cause like I guarantee it. Amazon.
100%. Dude, we need to like.
Would you ever want to go to the Amazon?
I'd go through it with a guided tour.
Yeah.
But I would never go by myself type shit. You know what I
That's
mean?
scary shit.
Yeah. Because you can get lost at the snap of a finger. That's like the last untouched place on Earth aside from Antarctica. It's like literally that in the Amazon.
You would probably discover some shit too if you looked long enough.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why scientists aren't always there. You know what I mean? Why aren't there always expeditions of that? I'm sure there's probably a little tribe in there somewhere. I bet you. I bet you there's a few people living in the Amazon that no one knows about yet.
I watched like a video of just some traveler, but he was in Africa, but he went to some tribe that like deep in the jungle, like hours in, and it was like a few hours away from the nearest town, but like these people were all they were basically like dwarf people.
Huh.
To where they were like the average like 4 feet high.
Wow.
Like just that's how tall they are. And he went there like a few months ago, but like and like you go over like 3 hours into the nearest city where people actually live, and you know people are like 6 feet tall, like normal guys. Like,
that's not that far though.
A few
hours
like,
from a city.
These people have been separated for like hundreds of not hundreds, but like thousands of years, and it's just like
the problem
like
with
4 feet high.
The problem meeting up with people like that though is you introduce and get new diseases from one another because you don't have an immunity to either of them. I bet you the common cold could probably kill one of those people without being treated.
Once one of them was like that's so. I didn't think about that either. Even though that's like so true. Just like that's like the scariest thing.
Because we're only immune to diseases because our ancestors were like, they caught them and built up an immunity to them. Like that's the good bacteria we have in us. I'm pretty sure.
I think like just whenever like England went anywhere and they like took people back to England or any like old colony like that. I think.
Whoa.
I think it always ended in like these people or one of them like dying or something.
Oh, it had to.
Disease.
Yeah.
And it always like sends a horrible message like, oh, it's like we're gonna like take some of these people onto our ship and like we'll be back, but like and then you come back and it's like, oh, like a few of them died, but like here's
the ones that did it. They're just shivering and
like starving from like being underfed on the ship.
For real.
It took like 90 days to get there and back. And
that's facts.
Can you imagine?
Or just on a boat for that.
Oh, when we're looking at the stars, we need to go that way.
Yeah, dude. Literally, you just imagine Columbus
hold a compass,
just sailing over to somewhere you've never seen before. You gotta have some balls. That's one of the ballsiest things a human could ever do.
Ballsy.
Yeah.
Because to them, it's like, what if they just go off the Earth?
They didn't know.
They didn't know.
What was the heliocentric model of the Earth made?
I don't know.
That's a good question. I feel like Columbus thought the Earth was flat around then. What was that, 1400s? Didn't they think the Earth was flat still?
Possibly. I mean, even if like they were being told by some scientists that it wasn't, like no one knew. Yeah. So it's like
no one's ever done it.
Yeah, it's like it was just one of those things. Like they were probably shitting themselves up until like they saw land, and then they realized like. We're
home.
somewhere.
Yeah. Fucking Columbus. You know what's even more ballsy than taking a ship, taking a plane? Imagine being like the first pilot to fly across an ocean, being held up by like, duct tape and spit.
That shit took like a day or two to complete. Like those journeys, like which is being terrifying. In like a little cockpit for like 25 hours, 30 hours.
It's insane.
Which is insane. But people did it. Just to say, like, it's been done.
Yeah, like, I don't know who the first person to do it was, but I bet you can find that in a heartbeat. Because, like, that's a memorable experience and achievement.
And Amelia Earhart.
I was thinking about Amelia Earhart. Where'd she go?
Missing.
She could be in the Amazon right now. Maybe she crashed and met up with some locals.
There's some theories about that.
I've heard a few theories. That she crashed and, like, landed on an island or something.
It's probably most logical that she crashed.
Makes sense.
Do you so people are saying that her she's gotten trapped in like just like the Bermuda Triangle type shit where she was just like sent back in time or just forward, just like some shit that just disappeared.
That shit fucks me up.
Most likely she crashed and it's just somewhere that's
the most logical explanation.
And it'll never ever be like.
I know. I'm sure one day they'll find a shipwreck and be like, "Behold, this is a millionaire." They're gonna be in the year like 3000 or something. The fable is true, bro. History's gonna be weird when they reflect back on our time period. We think looking back on our ancestors is weird. Shit. It's 2020 and weed's still illegal. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be like, these motherfuckers were retarded. They made shit illegal that was good for you. What is that? But cigarettes and tobacco and booze were legal? What the hell? What are you guys, crazy? Jesus.
The music we listen to.
Oh, like Chief Keef. Imagine listening to Chief Keef when you're 60 and just all the memories. Bitch, I abuse.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Dude, I look forward to being a grandparent. I think about this sometimes. I'm gonna be the most gangster grandparent.
There's shit that sucks about growing up because like your body gets older and like you gotta start working.
Yeah.
But obviously like there's great things that you get to experience that it's like alright. Like, I mean I can't like I wonder what it's like when you become a parent because then it's just like
Gotta be different.
It's just gotta be just like alright now my life is just all about this.
Yeah.
And then now you just have a whole new purpose. And that just carries you on for like...
You know what's crazy about kids, bro? This is gonna sound really weird. And like, it's gonna sound like a joke, but I'm dead serious. Your balls can produce a child.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, that's... Like, it's so simple, but like, no one realizes that in 9 months, something that was inside of you can be a full person.
And what's crazy, it's just like... Each nut is a different
Potential
person.
child. Yeah, dude.
It's a different person.
So when people have twins, does that mean that 2 sperms got fertile? Is that how it works? Or is it the same sperm and it's split in half?
Like I think it's 2 sperm.
It must be. That makes sense. Yeah.
No, I don't know. But that's my guess.
Shit, that's crazy.
Twins. It's gotta be like, yay, we made it.
Yeah. Twins
thought you
twins
were
is a
about
big
it,
one.
No.
I thought you were getting one. Oh man, imagine triplets. People, that's crazy. People have triplets. Like that's a thing.
Imagine just like being like, okay, like I'm ready for a kid. It's just like you're having 3.
Yeah.
Or like you're having 4.
Your wife's convincing you for 2 years to have a kid.
Like,
you finally
no,
decided one night.
I would like twins is one thing, but like I would not want that.
Triplets. Oh man.
It's just
that's
like,
a lot of money right there.
And it's just like then you're just not having kids again. Unless like you want to have a fuck ton of kids.
And then you have triplets twice. Yeah. You think that's ever happened? Someone had triplets twice?
I know Dylan and Delia, they're twins, and then his mom had twins again.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So maybe it's a thing where like you're much more like some people are just like
more fertile or something. Yeah.
Way more likely to have twins.
Man, that would be crazy.
It's like maybe that's just like totally by chance. But like maybe it's just like it's just a thing like she was gonna have twins no matter what.
I feel like that's kind of like a destiny thing. Like that's just predetermined. Someone up in the sky's laughing down. Ha! You got twins twice. What do you think about God and shit? You think there is a God? Do you think they look over at us and watch us? What do you think?
I mean, I think that I believe in like just that there's probably a God. Like something.
An overseer.
Yeah.
Okay.
An overseer that kind of allows for everything. Like maybe didn't like I don't know if he put all the pieces together, but then like everything formed as it like as nature is
by its own course and shit. Yeah, that makes sense.
But because like I don't know, because of course like there could always be like nothing, but it's
a harsh reality to grasp though. That's a hard one. A lot of people don't want to grasp that.
I mean, like I could like, but like I don't know. As of at least right now, I don't want to like grasp that.
All right, let me ask you another follow up. Does believing in a higher power make your life better or easier in some way? Because I'm fascinated by other people's views on this.
I think
Does it make you a better person?
I think you can, like, if you want to like make it where like you're trying to live by certain values and shit like that, then you can benefit yourself by becoming a better person, just like working on it, and then eventually, like, yeah, you'll probably be a better person.
Yeah.
But like, I don't work. I mean, honestly, like, I do more of it on my own terms. Just
Without having the
improving myself.
reinforcement.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like that, it is a great way to, like, for most people, that just to behave good and
Follow some rules. Yeah.
But, like,
be a good person.
I don't think you should use it as just like a like.
You shouldn't be a good person just because you believe
Yeah,
in
and
God.
it's just like, and don't just live your life just because like or don't just accept it because you're too scared to question it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. A lot of people have
Yeah.
that problem.
Yeah. And
They just blindly follow religion
Yeah.
or ideologies.
it's like, really, like, believe what you want to believe in, what like makes sense to you.
That's why I agree too, because I believe in my personal truth of what
Yeah.
I think God or figure is.
Mm-hmm.
But like, if someone's benefiting from their belief and not harming anybody, I'm all for it. I think that's a good thing. Actually, you have to believe in something.
Yeah.
If you don't believe in anything, you live in a. I've never met an atheist who is a very happy person, if that makes sense. I've met a lot of religious people who are very happy, and it's like, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying those atheists don't
Yeah.
exist, 'cause I'm sure they do. I was atheist at one point in my life. I didn't believe in anything.
Mhm.
I was convinced that there wasn't anything. But I feel like as you mature, you kind of start to grasp that, okay, life isn't just an accident. This didn't just appear out of nowhere. It doesn't add
I
up.
love how perfect nature is too.
It's so
just, like,
good.
how balanced it is. And that's what I like. I really think it's like perfect. It's like, how is it so perfect? It's just like, maybe there's a perfect being that just like
Sets us all up.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite things about smoking weed. I love looking at nature and like the sky and just like, because you just look at like, for me personally, I don't just look at trees or grass or anything. When I'm smoking a little weed, I'll look at things and just be like, wow, like there's beauty all around us. We just don't really, we box it out. We don't let it cross our mind throughout our days. We're too busy with material objects and shit.
It's true.
But I think a tree's a material object, isn't it? Because it's physical.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but fuck, you know what I mean. God damn, these allergies do not want to go away. What do you guys think about God? Ask yourself that. Get them involved.
Comment down below.
Comment down below. What's your thought on God?
I know. 'Cause I guess it's always good to hear new ideas.
Oh, I love it. I'm
Like,
very open
it's
to new
always
ideas.
great. No.
That's how you.
It's
That's how you
funny.
build.
Like, I don't even know like if I'll be the same religion when I'm in like 50, and then when I'm like,
That's a fact.
It's funny, but
Me personally, I went from Catholic to atheist to agnostic to believing what I believe now, which is that there's just a high
Yeah.
power. But that all happened in 3 years. I switched 4 times in 3 years, and it's like, damn, what am I gonna be in 2 years? That's the beauty of it, though. You don't have to be held down to certain things.
Mhm.
Unless you're like a Scientologist, you have to sign a 6 billion year contract or whatever the fuck they have to sign. Weird ass shit. Scientology's a cult, folks. Don't anyone tell you different. If you're a Scientologist, I'm sorry. You should not be watching my videos. Oh, I hate Scientology.
I wonder like what spirits are, like that whole
The ghost side of
realm,
it?
that world, like just how does that work? Because it's just like, is like not everyone that dies becomes like a
No.
spirit
That's
on Earth.
yeah. Well, do you have to die a certain way?
Like what makes that happen? I don't know.
First, we should lay down the facts. I personally believe there's no question that spirits are real.
Mhm.
You agree?
Mhm.
All right. So that's covered. That's the
Yeah.
biggest topic. Now, what you're saying is, well, why are they here? Maybe there's a. I don't know. I don't know how to speak on that. Actually, I'd have to ask like a ghost hunter or someone or a psychic. Because if I was psychic,
Right.
my first question to any ghost would be like, "Why are you a ghost? Like, what are you doing here?" Why don't psychics
It
ask ghosts
seems
that?
like they try to like, I don't know, there's never like clear like when they're like why are you here, and it's just like they'll say like words like die,
Yeah.
kill, like
Yeah.
when it's like bad shit.
It's like, well, come on, give me a
It's just
fucking
like
sentence.
whoa. But it's
Coming
just
this
like,
summer, me and Doug are gonna find some ghosts for the YouTube.
mhm.
We're gonna start. We're doing some little ghost
Dude.
adventures this summer.
Real content, like crazy content.
Yes, we're gonna get some stuff. I
We're
promise.
gonna get some cameras and really
Stay
get
tuned for
out there,
that.
folks.
That's the thing about ghost hunters, man. They never like anytime they find something, they just stop trying to provoke it. You know what I mean? Not provoke it, but like keep running with it. Like they'll see a shadow and they'll just look at it. Why don't they follow that shadow? You know what I mean? Like why don't you investigate?
Yeah.
You're there to do something. Do it.
And I guess I wouldn't be too freaked out going somewhere rather than provoking something in your own space, because
Yeah.
like then like I see it more as it's attached to that area. So
Yeah.
it's like you're good.
That's the thing, man. If you're messing with some evil sort of thing,
Yeah.
are they going to attach themselves to you?
I think that's how they attach themselves to you, is if you invite them to.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Ouija boards, seances, those sort of things.
Right.
Never a good idea.
I understand why it's like so many people want to try it, because it's just
Yeah.
like
Oh, it's a curiosity thing.
crazy. I'd be lying if I said I'd never thought about wanting like just trying it. But
Yeah.
it's just like
I did it 3 times myself. Twice by myself, once with one other person, and the outcome, it's not good stuff. You know, I'm not saying every experience is like that. I'm just saying from my experience, don't mess with those sorts of things, because you never know what you're talking to. You know, that's the problem. It's not like you're on a FaceTime call. You're texting a private number. You know what I mean? Like you don't know who you're talking
the
to.
first time that you saw something really happen, like like
A light bulb exploded in the room. That's the first thing that happened.
oh
I'm not joking. A string of lights. They were hanging up. It didn't just die out. It blew up. Like there was glass on the ground.
so like
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and
I
Alexa.
can't even imagine.
It was terrible. I kept going, bro. That's the thing. I was so
That's
stupid.
crazy.
I was so stupid that I kept
but
going.
it's almost like if you're committed to it, it's like
Dude, I was so drawn
Yeah.
into it. It's like that's the thing. Like
wow, that's
you
insane.
kind of get sucked
Wow.
into it. Yeah, that happened, and then Alexa
It's
turned on by
exciting,
itself.
too.
Oh, dude, when you see those things moving,
Yeah.
and you know you're not doing it, and you're looking at the other person, and they're looking at you like, are you doing that? It hits different. It hits different. Because you're like, what the hell is this? I did it with a glass cup, too. I didn't do it with a
Okay.
Pangetta, whatever it's called.
I know
Bro, this was a glass cup, like that type of glass cup. And this thing was physically moving, like all over the place for 10 minutes.
If it can do that,
Yeah,
it can probably throw things and
absolutely.
just so scary. I just think I think there's just like little moments that there's little things that sometimes like you'll notice little things.
Yeah,
And in those little moments, like you can just pass them up as nothing, or just like if you really like focus, or just
like you're hyper focused
yeah,
on it. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just like sometimes you can like those are like the moments where you can almost like come close to, you feel close to like something's like there, just
Yeah.
um
It's all about
you can
energy
connect
too.
with something.
Yeah, yeah. If you put energy into it, then you're definitely gonna get a response back. You know, for sure. Ghosts are crazy, man.
Crazy, but so it's one of the things that'll like always be unanswered. So it's like
Sadly, right?
one of the like, you know, it's
I
crazy,
can't see us coming up with a clear explanation anytime soon.
but I'm glad that it's a thing.
I'm kind of more glad that it's a mystery than anything.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
it adds the suspense to it.
Yeah. I don't want it to be like
Yeah, I don't want a
Answer.
clear cut answer. Like I can look up anything, but if I look up why are ghosts real or what are ghosts, like you get 100 different answers,
yeah.
and that's the beauty of it.
You can't deny that they're not like
No,
they're
everyone
not there.
knows someone with an
Yeah,
experience.
yeah.
That's the thing. If you haven't had one yourself,
Yeah.
you know someone with it.
And I guarantee ghost spirit stories have been around since the beginning of stories.
Oh
so,
yeah, 100%.
So you can't.
That's a good point, dude. You think there were ghosts way back in the day? Because this obviously isn't a new thing. You think there were ghosts before there were people, maybe?
Like, what if there was just like past civilizations or just lost
Damn,
people
yeah.
that were just like the first, like when life arose again? It's just like, I don't know. I
If
don't,
that's the case,
like
though,
there
then-
had to have been a first spirit
yeah,
in theory. Like there had to have been the first one.
someone had to have died, maybe. But what if someone didn't die? What if it was just exist? All right, what if maybe there was like poltergeists and like demons or whatever you want to call them, like bad forces. But then when people started dying, then ghosts started arising.
Maybe when you die, you can have the choice to, like if you're a bad spirit, you can have
Yeah.
like you're drawn to like going and doing that.
Keep
Or
reliving experiences.
I don't know.
A lot of people say that you're trapped in like in the memory of something, or
Yeah.
trapped in the loop of your life.
But then there's like good. I think there's like good spirits.
Yeah,
So that
like protectors or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah. I'm all for that.
so then it's like I don't. Do they have a purpose? I don't know.
I'm a big believer in balance. So if there's bad things,
Yeah.
which I personally know there are, there has to be good things. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? That's just how the universe seems to work.
It's all balanced.
It's all balanced.
It's nature. So
Well, with that being said, we hit an hour, Doug. I feel like that's an accomplishment right there. You want to call it?
I'm down.
Hey, one love, everyone. Thank you for stopping by. Tune in next time. Hey, find some ghosts.